We good? All right. Welcome everybody to season 2, episode 36 of The Movement.
The movement.
We are officially live, ready to get this show on the road. Today we have a full house today. We got a starting lineup and a bench. So I want to know who's going to be the bench player by the end of the day today. We're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out by the smack talking. With you know, we're going to see who's, you know, really about it and who's not about it. But like I said, today season 2, episode 36 of the Movement Podcast. We are officially live. Today's topic is all about old school versus new school generations. I have different scenarios, and I kind of wanted to hear these guys' opinion. You know, when we decided to do the Movement Podcast, this is literally what I was envisioning. Was I wanted the younger generation to come here and actually talk about topics that's happening around the community and share their thoughts. You know, a lot of times these guys don't get a chance to say what they have to say. And, you know, they just hear the older generation either complaining or whining about how the younger generation doesn't do their job or do their part. Well, this is their chance to somewhat defend themselves and say what they got to say and share their 2 cents and keep it real. You know, keep it real. We're going to keep it real today and call out whoever it is that we need to call out. But, you know, we're going to talk about some sports, too, in between then. But let me introduce the people that are here today. First of all, you got Ramsey in the back doing his thing on the 1s and 2s. You got Zach Dabba, a.k.a. Big General. You got Yusuf Dabba next to me as well. You know, the brothers. Of course, you got myself, Omar T. To the left of me, you got Sayaf in the building. And then to the left of him, you have Aymen. And then to the left of him, you have Issa.
Yes, sir.
They are all in the building today. Go ahead and give them a round of applause. We appreciate them. Family members of friends of the podcast, you know, Nabil Abdullah, Muhammad Sufi. So happy to have these guys on. Before we start the show, be sure to subscribe to all of our pages. You have YouTube, Oz Media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Oz Media. You can listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. I told Mo Sufi to call in. Hopefully he does. The number is 313-306-1750. Anybody wants to call in and share their 2 cents. 313-306-1750. Gotta give a shout out to the sponsors, the Balkan House, Hanley International Academy, Kahwa House, BC Adhesives, and Juice Box and Hamtramck. Let's start off with our friends out there in Wisconsin, Ramsey, BC Adhesives. We're gonna give them a shout out and all that they do. We appreciate them, Matt and Terry. And then we're gonna go ahead and get this show on the road. So shout out to BC Adhesives.
BC Adhesives. You can go to BC Adhesives for all your industrial adhesives needs. They do food packaging, book binding, product assembly, and many other industrial services. So if you are in need of adhesives for your business or having trouble with your current adhesives applications, you can contact them by phone 1-888-679-9825 or go on their website www.bcadhesives.com.
All right, so we are officially back, and Issa said he wants to start. So we want to make sure we start off with Issa. Shout out to Issa. He's in the building today. He calls himself Carl Anthony Towns. Was that the NBA comparison? Issa, welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? You know, where you graduated from, what you doing now?
Wallah al-Azim, graduated from Fortune High School. Well, I just hoop now and stuff. Stop looking at me. Nah, I just be hooping now and stuff, you know, school and stuff. You know, just really living life.
What school do you go to?
I go to HFC.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're ready about to laugh or something, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. I'm happy to hear that you're going to school. Well, though, are you looking to pursue what major?
Wallah al-Azim, probably business.
Business.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And then we got Aymen next to him. Shout out to Aymen. He's in the building as well. You know what's new with Aymen these days?
What's up, guys? My name's Aymen. I'm 18. Graduated from Forts, and I'm a barber. I've been cutting hair for about 4 years now.
Really?
You guys could check me out on Instagram, barber_Aymen313. But yeah, I'm in college now. About to transfer to U of M in the winter to pursue my business degree.
Inshallah, man. Really? So you've been doing it for 4 years?
Yeah.
So this is where the uppercut story comes along. Like, are we gonna talk about this, or we don't bring it up?
We'll discuss this
Do you,
after we take off the mic.
All right. There you go.
Do you cut your own hair or you have someone cut it for you?
No, I have somebody cut my hair.
Okay.
It's hard. It's not as easy as you think.
For real?
Everybody comes up to me, he's like, "Oh, why don't you cut your own hair? Why don't you cut your own hair?" And I'm like, "Bro, it's not as easy as you think."
Okay.
I mean, you can do the front, like,
Yeah.
but it's hard to do the back because you only have one hand, you know. So you can't really do you can't like you don't have the perfect angles and stuff as if you were cutting somebody else, you know. Yeah.
Makes sense. How about you, Sayaf? What's new with you, man?
Hey, my name is Sayaf. What you call it? I just be hooping, working, and going to school. I graduated from a small Detroit school,
What is it?
Universal Academy.
Okay.
Um,
Did you hoop there?
yeah, I hoop.
Okay.
Tell them about the record that you have.
What, the most turnovers in the
football,
game?
Nah.
And football too.
And I play football.
He has the record for the school record for the most points in one game.
Oh, really? How many?
Very good.
like 60.
Bro?
Nah, I'm playing.
Okay.
It's about 40 something.
That's what's up.
It was
So-
like 47 points.
What you call it? I'm going to Wayne State, inshallah, this upcoming fall. Majoring in biology. Inshallah.
Inshallah, man. We got people tuned in. Like I said, feel free to chime in. We got people watching here. We got the full house. We got Zach and Yusuf here. Yusuf, Zach, how y'all been? It's been a while since we've been back in the studio. What's new, Zach? You want to put the headset on, by the way, Zach? And make sure you speak into that mic. I know that's the 6th mic, but go ahead, Zach.
Feels good to be back.
Ready to go? How about you, Yusuf?
No, I'm great, man. We got a bunch of new guys over here. I'm ready,
Ready to have this show?
100%.
All right. Well, we got the questions ready, all right, fellas. So let's get this thing rolling. We're gonna have some fun with this. Y'all want to get sidetracked and talk about other things. There might be questions that we come up that we never really I never sent to you guys. So we're gonna definitely dive into that. So again, today's topic is about old school and new school generation, right? So I'm gonna give them lines that either I've said or I've heard the older generation. I don't want to call myself old school, but older generation, where they've said things, and I want to hear y'all thoughts on them. All right, like that's kind of what the I guess the goal of today and how that show is gonna go, and we'll go from there. All right. So my first one, okay, old school. We're gonna talk about sports first. Old school's players feel like they played a lot rougher back then than y'all do now. We're taking it in. Backing it down. You call, Karl Anthony Towns, right? You're a shooter. Back then, big, taller players usually in the paint. Now we got taller players shooting a lot more. They say that the newer generation is a little softer. Okay,
100%.
all right.
More skilled.
Thoughts.
More skilled. Not soft.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what you're starting off with. So more skilled, not
Yeah.
soft. So tell us why.
I mean, back in the day, they had only one-on-ones. There was no zone defense or none of that. So, I guess shoulder bumping someone is hard or something, tough. But the older guys back in the day, they wouldn't stand a chance in this NBA.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
LeBron,
Yeah, I was
LeBron
going, yeah.
coming down.
100%.
Nobody-
LeBron would average 70 back in that era.
And 10.
100.
But if you think about it, back in the day, that's how the Pistons got their name, though, the Bad Boys, because like they were hitting everybody. There were some mean guys.
It would be a couple hits, yes, that's true.
Now you got
But now
people-
it's more entertaining.
But that's not basketball, though.
Now you guys like got
Basketball's
people
putting the
like,
ball in the hoop, man.
You guys got people like LeBron, crying about fouls. Like you guys remember how he reacted in the Celtics overtime game?
I mean, that was a clear foul, and they needed that win.
That was 100% a foul.
Yeah,
It was
but
definitely a foul.
back in the 80s or the 90s, if you slam somebody on the floor, it's
It's another play in the game.
Man.
a tap on the shoulder and that's nothing. You just move on.
But that's not basketball. That's like rugby. Tackle somebody that has the ball.
So is this generation softer? I would say a little bit, yeah.
But like, let's we're talking about the NBA because it does relate to like what we kind of do as well, like locally and what we play with each other. But how about like your thoughts of like hooping now? Like when you go to the gym, everybody's shooting threes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That down low game is very rare. The mid range game is almost gone as well. Like it's literally like you take a three or you get an open layup. It's
Even
like nothing
the
else in
NBA
between.
NBA, all the big guys in centers are shooting threes now.
Yeah.
It
So
never used to be like that.
do you guys think that's softer or is that smarter?
That's smarter. I mean, three's more than two.
Yeah.
I think the game is just advancing more. That's it.
It's not even that. It's just like Steph changed the game. It's good for entertainment, but like real basketball is supposed to be in and out. Like everybody in their own positions. If you have five people camping up top, like basketball ain't played right. It's supposed to be
100%.
like slashing everything, like mixing players. You know what I mean? 3-and-D, cutters, slashers, big man, post game. All of that should be still in the game because Jokic plays in and out.
100%.
Good example, and he won the championship MVP. Joel also a beast down low, but he plays outside. So it's just like grabbing the old school game and the new
Talk to
school
me
game.
about Joel Embiid, man. I guess
he's ass.
Stop.
he's
He's ass.
No, that's
he
not.
sucks.
Nah, Joel Embiid.
Joel, he sucks.
The guy won
Bro,
MVP,
he
guys.
Bro,
MVP.
how are you MVP and you have James Harden on your team and you don't go to the finals? Come on.
Jokic should have won
You
MVP,
blame
but I
Joel
think they
Embiid?
didn't
You
want
guys
give
lost
him
to
3
Jason
years in a
Tatum and
row.
Jalen Brown.
No,
They lost to the
hey,
Heat.
2 years.
Jason Tatum is cold, but bro, Al Horford locked up
Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Horford is good, man.
he's good, but he's
He's
old.
You're not good if you try to
I'm
go to
saying
the free throw line
defensively wise.
to score, in my opinion.
He's a
Jimmy
hustler.
Butler sucks, in my opinion.
Listen, Jokic would have won MVP this year again, but I think
Yeah.
I think they played the
He
race
should've
card and gave it to Joel Embiid this
For
year.
sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Listen, me
Not the race
personally,
card.
No.
They just didn't want people winning 3.
Yeah.
I mean, he
That-
deserved
that's
it.
what
I mean,
is.
if you deserve it and you're playing
Hey,
like that,
If you
you're
look at it
supposed
that
to
way,
win.
then
Yeah, but
LeBron
the
should
NBA
have
is
They
a
had
won.
the number one. They're the number one seed.
If you look at it that way, then LeBron should have won from 09 to
Yeah.
16.
The NBA is a
That
business.
I mean-
Point, man.
The
It's
NBA
just
is
they
a
can't-
business.
I mean, was there
Always,
players? Was there players averaging? I'm sure there was a player averaging more points than him.
Yeah, but LeBron was also like probably leading him in rebounds and assists, and better teamwork.
and just
They
like
went
Kobe's
Dirk, right?
situation, they gave it to Steve Nash a couple
Yeah.
years.
Man, they robbed Chris Paul at that MVP,
They got
bro.
Chris Paul too
Yeah.
that year. I remember he was balling. But what are your thoughts? Do you think the league is now softer or smarter?
No, I just think I don't think it's more softer. I just think there's different rule changes that they made throughout the years that that force players to play how they play. You can't obviously hurt someone as much as you can back in the '90s. So
100%.
the rule changes for sure affected that, and yeah, I don't think it's soft. I just feel like the game is played better because it's more skilled now, and less feisty down there.
How about you, Zach?
Like you said, it's not more softer. It's just more skilled. It's harder to make a 3 than to make it back down and make a layup and do inside. And
Are you saying it's harder to make a 3 than to post somebody up and have a nice post move and make a shot? I disagree with you.
just think about it.
Yeah, his point.
Who would you guys have? Prime Shaq or Prime right now Jokic?
Oh, Shaq.
Prime
100%.
Shaq. Oh, Prime Shaq.
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Jack.
Shaq
And y'all
is
said
one of
that.
the- I think
Listen,
way
I'm
too
gonna
fast.
agree with y'all, but I think y'all said that way too fast, man. Like it was like a no question.
Oh, no,
I
no
mean,
question.
we still got to see Jokic. Jokic is still 28.
Bro, he
Man,
won
he got
2
two
MVPs.
MVPs, Finals
It
MVP.
don't
He's
matter.
still
It don't matter.
28.
It don't
Shaq's
matter.
always going to be the most dominant player to ever play
I-
the game.
100%. But in this NBA,
After
would you
what?
want to have
LeBron.
a Shaq or
You're
Jokic?
crazy, bro.
Oh, I'd still Shaq in any era. This era, last era, 10 eras ago, 15 eras from the future, Shaq is different. Bro, he would have 70 on Jokic.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Bro,
He would give Jokic
He would give you,
buckets.
but that doesn't mean Jokic
Jokic,
ain't gonna
yeah,
make him work
yeah.
on the other end though, too.
Yeah,
He
Shaq
will.
cannot guard Jokic. I mean,
No, I think he could.
In the paint, he can.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he
But
hey,
on the perimeter and the
no.
outside, I don't think he would.
What people,
that's the Jokic's game. He's always outside in.
what people
I mean,
underestimate about Jokic's game is he's strong. He's
Yeah.
big and he's strong. Bro, but Shaq,
He's not a
bigger and
scorer.
Stronger.
Jokic isn't a scorer. He's a playmaker. He's not a scorer,
mean,
so
he-
he's not gonna score.
He's,
on his
he's
back.
both, but he's more
He's a
of a playmaker.
playmaker.
Yeah.
So,
He's a pass first guy.
so the 01 Lakers are the Nuggets this year.
All right, we got Peter Brown saying A. Who knows Peter Brown? Anybody knows Peter Brown?
No, sir.
All right, well, shout out to Peter Brown. He's saying A. Come on, chime in, Peter. We're going to talk about a lot of different things with the older and younger generation. But another line that I hear when it comes to sports is that the newer generation feels privileged.
That's exactly what I said.
Do y'all
They
agree?
have all the
I
money
agree.
now.
I agree.
Yeah.
So like
100%.
they're giving them like $50 million contract.
So,
Yeah.
and,
3 years.
when I say this stuff, I'm not just talking about NBA guys. I'm talking about literally like locally too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, do you feel like people are way more privileged now
yeah.
than they were back then?
100%.
It's a lot softer.
Everything's more advanced these days. It's not as how it was like 10, 20 years ago. There's more opportunities, more ways to, make money, do all that stuff. So I think people feel more privileged to more of a lot of things these days.
I ain't gonna lie, as a coach, because I'm a coach in AD, and so I see the kids now, and like it's mind-boggling to me of how they act on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like the disrespect that they show the coaches. Like where the coach tells them something, like they think that they have the right to like talk back, which we never like.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, every generation is the same. It's just kind of starting to happen a little more than what it used to be, but. Like me, my mindset was you never talk back to your teacher, never talk back to the coach, never talk to any elder. You know what I mean?
100%.
Respecting the elder.
100%.
But like it's like walking on the court, walking off the court. Body language. Body language is a big one to me. Like the kids these days, like they might not say anything, but their body language showing like they're being disrespectful to whoever it is that may be, even their parents. So I mean, privilege is definitely one of the things that I feel like is definitely starting to happen a lot more.
I think if you make somebody feel on the NBA or college or high school, any kind of team, if you make some kid feel like he's the best on the team, he's gonna have like his pride and ego are gonna be up there. You know,
Yeah,
He's
the
gonna-
attitude will change.
He's
yeah.
gonna think he runs the show around. But I think it would be different if you just go grab a random kid off the bench and you just say, yo, put me on, I want to play. You know, he'll do whatever you want. If you tell him to defend, he'll defend. If you tell him don't score or don't shoot, just do this and that, he'll do it. But I think it's different when you make somebody feel like they're at the top and they think that, you know, they run the team and all that.
Privileged. What are your thoughts on the privileged comment part?
I can't really say nothing because I'm still, in the generation, but I don't think I am. You know what I'm saying? I think other people is actually from my I could see it on the teams and other players, and you know what I'm saying.
You don't think you're privileged, Zach?
I don't think I'm-
All right, we're gonna leave it like that. How about you, Yusuf? You don't. What is
I
your
think
thoughts?
just a slightly little bit when when you include the AAU whatever AAU teams, different summer teams like that. They got more practice, more playing time, and I feel like it's a good thing. It sucks that they didn't have it back then, but that's the only thing I could think of a privilege.
How about the players' reactions and how their body language?
It's always like that throughout the years.
You don't think it's worse now?
Not really.
I definitely do. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I definitely think it's.
100%. I agree with
How about you,
Rob.
Sayaf?
No, I don't think so because like MJ was still drinking and then going to the games, gambling, going to the games.
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis
Yeah,
Rodman,
that was
but-
bad.
But that doesn't make, that
I mean, those
doesn't-
are like the two most,
You know what I'm saying?
that doesn't
mean,
make you privileged though.
No, but
It does kinda-
It
it does
does
kinda make
because
you privileged.
because
They give him a week break.
yeah, he told him I want
Yeah.
some time off. He went to Vegas and they had to go there to drag him back.
That's
Bro.
privilege.
He married himself.
Dennis Rodman you talk about? Yeah, Dennis Rodman is something else, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like in terms of like outside of sports, yeah, this generation is like a lot more privileged. Like because we're basically, I don't want to say we're first generation, but we're kind of like second. We were starting the second generation here
Yeah.
in America. Our parents went through the struggle. You know what I mean? So a lot of kids nowadays, they get the handouts from their parents.
100%.
You know?
Exactly.
100%.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not even your guys' fault sometimes. It's the parents' fault.
Yeah.
Like if we're being real,
Yeah.
because like obviously a lot of parents don't want their kids to go through the same things that they went through, right?
Yep.
So it's like it's a good and bad thing. That's why as parents, inshallah, in the future for you guys, it's like the biggest balance is giving your kids what you never had, which you want to see them live a better life, but also making them earn what it is that they want, and you don't just give them everything.
Yeah.
Because when you start giving them everything, they act the way that they act.
I mean, there's no respect right there.
Yeah,
I mean, they're gonna start disrespecting you once they see that you're giving them everything
Yeah.
and they don't work for it.
yeah,
That's when the disrespect comes in.
for sure.
No discipline, no nothing, no anything.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. So that was the sports one. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one. By the way, for those that don't know, these were the guys that were having a great time at the charity basketball game out there in the stands. They had all those chants going. what was the?
It was dumb.
There was some great
What were
chants
they saying,
happening.
though? What were they saying though?
Yeah.
What were they saying about?
About who, the mayor?
Yeah, what you gonna say about the mayor?
I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot going on up there, but that's as they show up, we appreciate it for showing up and being out there.
As
right?
long as we raised some money and made some noise
Yeah.
in the crowd, that's
That's
a good
exactly
time.
what it is. Alhamdulillah. So next one, the old school generation thinks they have more respect for their elders than this newer generation. Okay, what are your thoughts? Do you think the respect is there? Do you think the newer generation is it doesn't match the older generation's respect for their elders? What are your overall thoughts on the current state of the generation right now when it comes down to the respect for their elders?
Yeah.
I'm split on it.
Go off.
Like I feel like our generation, half the kids, respect their elders, and half of them don't. But it goes back to the question of being privileged. I told you, if you're handing out somebody all this stuff, like money, all this freedom, all that, you're gonna make them feel like they're on top of the world, and they're gonna feel like they don't have to respect anybody except maybe their parents. But yeah, it goes back to that question. So, but I think mostly these days people are realizing, we have to respect our elders. We're getting too old to be disrespecting anybody now, so it gets old at some point.
Young men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are you about to say, Yusuf?
No, I was gonna say, I feel like what I said before, it goes both ways in both generations. But however, you might notice it more this way because there's more social media out for more platforms that
Social
actually
media. Yep.
rec-
That's what I think. Yep.
Yes, that actually the platforms plan it out or like they spot it out and people can see it and You know, also another like part two to it, I think it's also how you're raised, like you mentioned before. Like however your parents raise you to respect your elders, and I feel like that's the number one reason why they either respect them or they don't.
Yeah, I agree. It all starts off with your parents. Like, if they teach you to respect people, you're gonna respect people till you die. You know. So I think that's where it starts. That's like the backbone of like morals and principles and respecting people.
You guys want to share any 2 cents on that?
I was gonna agree with him. Wallah. I think it's social media that's outdoing the kids. Wallah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I got Muhammad Abdullah said Assalamu alaikum. I just want to say I beat Ayman in a 1v1 yesterday in ball. All right.
I didn't
Is
even
that
play
is that Nabil's kid?
This is Muhammad Abdullah. So, yeah.
this guy.
Is Nabil's kid the one that won the SummerSlam tournament last summer? Which then Issa's team
Issa, tell him how you
beat
stomped on him.
Yusuf's team, but then Muhammad's team beat Issa's team. So we have a whole triangle.
Is there? Go ahead.
It's just I think whenever I play in the South End, I think like they don't want me ever to win. That's
I ain't
a
gonna
fact.
lie. Yeah, the South End is different.
That's
bro.
different.
They weird. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
That's-
no
that's-
disrespect.
Hey, you can't.
They're
No,
always-
don't
they're
call
always-
them weird. You're gonna have the whole South End attacking us. You know what I'm saying?
No disrespect. Like I respect them all, but like when it comes to basketball,
Yeah, that's different.
I think they're all divided, but I think when like different parts of town come to hoop, they all
They stick together. Like
Stick
the
together.
South End versus everybody.
and they'll
like,
do whatever they gotta do to
yeah,
win.
Nobody's against you guys. Calm down. We just.
Are you from the East End?
No, I'm from Southwest. I'm from Detroit.
Oh, Detroit. Okay. How about you?
We all grew up there.
Okay.
All of us. We all
Yeah,
lived
we
there.
all grew up in Southwest.
Okay, that's interesting. Then yeah, Ayman is a cone. Said Sufi Dex. None of them can hoop like that. Ahmed Al-Saidi said, "Yo, what's good, Ayman?" So Ayman right now got the crowd tuned in.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to my man.
I ain't gonna lie. Ayman is a really good player. He can grab. So, but on defense, he is a cone. He is a cone.
Nah, A make it strap. A make it strap.
Nah, hell no. He
Hey,
cannot.
Sayaf knows, bro. Whenever you
Hey,
need me
when
to
he-
shoot, I'll be in the corner
Wallah, he
waiting.
be hooping.
Hey, you know what? It sounds like Ayman is our Zach. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Zach is
yeah,
out here.
Zach, you be getting hated on?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey,
Shout out to Philadelphia.
no, that's funny. All right, Billy Buckets would wreck them all. Shout out to Billy Buckets, the MVP of the charity
I
basketball
still
game.
want my one-on-one with him.
I want him.
Wait, you three are brothers?
Yeah,
No.
Oh, my shit.
yeah,
Oh,
that's my
they're-
nephew.
That's
Wait,
nephew.
I want my one-on-one with Billy Buckets.
nephew.
Do you think you could take him?
Yeah, I'm Muhammad telling me that he could take me. I was like,
If Uncle Mo can't take him, what makes you think? he
Listen,
can?
you guys gotta listen to this is another one. Older generation, newer generation. You guys, let me tell you something. I was
Respect
like
this
this too. I promise you. You know, I was. Oh, I'm gonna. You know, we could definitely beat them. You guys gotta understand when your Amu Muhammad tells you something, he's trying to give you some wise advice. You know, that if he's telling you Billy can take you, like most Sufi would be real with you. You know, unless you're playing against him, then he'll obviously take himself
he
10
does
out
not.
of 10 times.
He does not want to play me either.
Hey,
He's scared.
Run that 2-on-2. YouTube versus Billy and Mo.
We would beat him.
No, y'all wouldn't.
100%. No, we were gonna say me and.
Nah, I would've said we beat him
Nabil's son
100%.
Versus I'm Nabil and I'm Muhammad.
That would be a good game. That sounds like a good game. Oh, here we go. We got a phone call. We got our first caller in today. All right, let's see who we got calling in. Let me make sure I got it on. Hello, who do we have with us?
Hey, Assalamu alaikum, man.
Alaikum
Assalamu alaikum.
Sam, Billy Buckets. What's this? What are they talking right here, Billy Buckets?
Hey, listen, I'm standing out my window and I heard a lot of birds chirping. I figured I'd call in.
What's good, Billy?
I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. You guys record this, record it, set it, write it down, do what you gotta do. Everybody wants the big ticket. Nobody wants to pay the fine.
Oh.
Remember that.
Talk to me, Billy.
It's
Do you,
Kevin Garnett.
do you
Kevin Garnett.
do you ever see yourself actually like? Is there like? Would you give him the chance to play you 1-on-1, Billy? Issa, that is.
No, never.
And why is that?
He has to work his way up, man. By the time he works his way up, I'll be 75.
Working my way up.
Sorry, he says he's not up with the big dogs yet.
I mean,
Man,
they don't want to
You
play us. I mean, we should do a 5-on-5.
Hey, how about
In
this?
my opinion,
We
the
could
old
run-
heads versus new heads. Let's
we
do
could
that.
run that, yeah.
I can set it up.
Any day.
Hey,
Any day.
I can set it up.
hey, how
Any
about
day.
if you guys hoop?
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
You two, and Nibili's son.
Any day.
You know,
sure.
versus, you know, you can have Billy, you
Gotcha.
can have Nibi, Mo Sufi, and I might even jump in with them.
Oh, that's easy
Set
work.
up tomorrow.
Easier.
Set up tomorrow.
And then we can have another
Tomorrow?
one. We can have somebody
Hey,
else,
nah,
maybe
nah,
Tony or somebody.
No. I decline.
Oh, Billy declines.
Wow.
He's scared.
He's holding
They're
out.
not there yet. They're
He's
not there yet.
holding out.
Hey
We're
Billy,
not there
hey
yet.
Billy, would you give me the opportunity to play you?
Who's this?
That's Yusuf.
It's Yusuf.
Who's Yusuf?
Stop it.
Oh man.
I think he's trying to send two messages in one.
I got it.
Who's Yusuf? All right, but
Hey, isn't that Sophie's nephew the one I saw at the barbershop?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Big guy?
Yes, sir.
why he
He's a
get,
great kid, man. All you guys, mashallah, you guys are great, shabab.
Thank you, Unc.
I appreciate you guys all, and I'm glad I met you guys all.
Thank
But don't
you.
ever disrespect the legends, man. We paved the
The
way. We
legends.
paved the road for you guys.
You gotta put Issa in check one day.
Hey, we respect all the legends, but we here to take over. That's it.
Take
My
over.
dog, Issa, I think you can take anybody. Amen. You know.
Nah,
Man, all you guys
Amen
are
is
hating on me,
crazy.
bro.
why y'all messing with him like that?
I'm
man?
underrated. I call myself Draymond Green.
yeah,
on the court.
Draymond Blue.
Hey Billy, thanks for the phone call though, Billy.
Hey, yalla, shabab, yalla, shabab.
Alaikum salam.
All right, don't be doing my boy Ayman like that, man. He got us.
Wallah, he knows I like having him on my team because he grabs a lot of boards and stuff. But on defense, wow.
I don't care to score. I just want to win.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
defense is
Just
winning
do
games.
what I gotta do. Tell me what to do. I just want to win.
You know, you gotta play defense to win games, right?
I try my best.
All right, so listen, let's keep this rolling. We got Sufi Dex said, nah, Bishad better than all of them. Issa can't play 5-on-5.
Who is that?
And then this is Sufi Dex, and he said, you think he can run back and forth full court? Oh, hell no, he said. So you want to throw that out there.
Allah, hey, call him.
Call the
All
light. Call the light.
right, the number is 313-306-1750. There we go. Oh, no, we got another caller. No, that's not Allah. No, we gonna make sure that this guy is definitely gets to share his 2 cents. And I want to make sure that he knows that. Muhammad Sufi.
Oh my
came out.
God! I'm never gonna end it here. All right, end this, bro.
Sufi.
Yo, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
What up, Sufi?
What up, nephews?
What's up,
What's up, man?
Hey, Sophie, right here, man. They over here talking smack, Sophie, man. They saying that you guys are scared, y'all dodging them. What's going on, most
For 3 years, I've been telling him play me one-on-one. He does not want to.
Hey, serious question. You ask every one of those guys, have we played in the last couple years, and what were the end results?
Oh, I ain't played nobody. I didn't play him.
Wait,
Bro, are you talking about that 3-on-3?
No, Uncle Mo played Issa's brother like 2 years ago.
yeah,
And he
it was-
destroyed him on Eid. I remember that.
No, that was not 2 years
Hey,
ago. That was like
Sayaf.
5 years ago.
Oh yeah, that was longer than that.
Sayaf, real talk. Hey, a couple years ago, we played at Great Lakes, me versus
Oh.
Issa. What happened? You were there.
Oh,
I
Damn.
think he beat you.
What? One-on-one?
Yeah. Was
No, we did not play
GRA?
one-on-one.
Was it GRA?
We did not play
Was it-
one-on-one. It
It
was a
was
3-on-3.
it was GR.
It
And
was
what was
me,
the score?
Jagbeer. It was me, Jagbeer, and somebody else. But I
And
was wearing
Ayman.
Crocs.
Oh, yeah.
Two-
He
two-
was
Hey,
all
do
in
this.
his shorts, t-shirt,
Okay.
and gym shoes. I was wearing Crocs.
Hey,
Okay,
came in-
tell
you came in
him
like
why
you
don't
were
you want to play me? Tell him why don't you want to play me?
Hey, set it up.
Oh, you've been saying that for 3 years. Hey, you're my witness. You're
Hey,
my witness.
Sophie, you know who they sound like right now?
They sound like you,
They
oh.
sound like me like 5-6 years ago over here talking like I'm about to do something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. Hey, if I'm you, man, hey, give them some advice, man. Tell them on the side, outside of the show. It's like, yo, be careful what you ask for.
Uncle Mo, don't make me call Billy B again.
Tell him we
Oh
can run
yeah,
the
that
3-on-3.
Billy B gave you buckets.
He
Billy
dropped
B
30 on
gave
you.
you buckets.
Hey, Billy's the big ticket, mashallah.
Mashallah.
Hey,
I'm not a hater.
Hey, shout out to Mo Sufi though. Hey, these guys, if they're being for real, we can definitely set something up where
Monday.
you know, we could play a nice game. Monday is gonna be the protest, man. We got to show up to Etzel Ford High School.
Oh, for the kids?
6 o'clock.
Both for the kid
Hey,
and for
hey,
the
the coach.
camp
What,
man.
happened? What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? I don't know. I'm just.
We could talk about that.
Hey,
But yeah.
these guys are fake bravado, man. All they do is talk. They bark, but no bite. Believe me, I know. I raised them. I know.
That's you.
Ask him if
That
he
is
wanna
you.
play. Hey, I'll play him 1-on-1 though. He don't.
He's scared. He won't.
First of all, 1-on-1 doesn't really solve much, guys.
Yeah,
Let's be
it
real
doesn't.
right now, man.
Not
Like
a
3-on-3.
It really does. It really does. People say that all the time. 1-on-1,
No, but
you
I
defend.
still think 5-on-5
Listen,
determines you.
Yes,
bro.
that's true.
It's you against him.
Yeah, 1-on-1 you defend,
Yeah.
no help defense.
Okay, but let me
you gotta score.
Yeah, but what if, like, for instance, let's say it's like a big man who doesn't got that much handles, but obviously can kill you in the post, but he's struggling to like get there because you're still in the ball all the time.
Okay,
you
but
know what I'm saying?
that's
I mean, it's like
that's-
somebody passing the ball down low. You still didn't dribble and get
Yeah,
to the post.
that's still
That pass
Well, here-
matters.
I mean, he can back him down from the 3 to the
When
post.
you
though.
play 1-on-1, it eliminates like the vision, your passing skills, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, I
not
want to
real
shout out
basketball.
Minnie. I just want to give a shout out to my dog Minnie.
Hey, so if you got any final comments, final words, by the way, any final things you want to say to these young fellas? You know, we're talking about right now sports, but obviously we're gonna dive into everything else with the younger and the newer generation. So anything you want to say to the viewers that are listening, about the new generation, advice you want to give them about life or anything else?
Actually, yeah, there's 3 things that you should always keep. My 3 advices to people, especially the young generation. 1, always make your prayers on time. 2, always keep the Quran close to you. And 3, surround yourself with good friends. Always surround yourself with people that fear Allah. You do that, you'll be successful, inshallah.
Appreciate you, Mosuf, man. Thank you for the phone call, man.
Yalla.
All right, shout out to Mosuf. We appreciate him. We got,
Bro,
we got people talking right now. Sufi Dex comments, and he's just throwing out some comments.
Hey, remove him from the live.
No, call, tell him to call.
Something else.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's all right. He's having a good time. And so we're going to keep it rolling, though. And, going back to the original question that I did have was making sure, like, respect for the elders. Anybody want to say any last final comments about that and their thoughts on that? That's one of the things that I think that, advice for anybody that's listening, man, please just have respect for your elders. Like, that's a big sign of how you were raised. And it represents, like, I see students, like, they don't have respect for their teachers. And I try telling them, like, do you know that these teachers are judging you, your family, your background, your culture? Yemeni kids disrespecting these teachers, that are coming from different places in Michigan. You don't think they're judging Yemenis? You know what I mean?
100%.
Simple.
Yeah.
If you fear God, you're gonna respect everybody.
Yeah,
Simple.
for sure. Whoever that is, tell him to give me my number. Yeah, so I can connect to the Bluetooth because he has to call my number in order to connect.
But
The number, just say
Yeah, the number is 313-306-1750. Call to this phone right here so that we can connect you to the Bluetooth so we all can hear it. 313-306-1750. Make sure you call that number. We can have some fun and laugh a little bit and going from there. Before we continue on with the show, go ahead, Ramsey, and run our second ad of today, which is going to be the Qahwa House. Shout out to Qahwa House and all the great work that they do. We appreciate them. So go ahead and run that ad, and hopefully that person calls and we can answer his phone call and we go from there. The Qahwa House. The Qahwa House is the first coffee shop of its kind. The Qahwa House is a family business established in 2017 for the sole purpose of providing the best quality Yemeni coffee with no added preservatives, artificial additives, or flavors. You can stop by Qahwa House to try their famous Yemeni latte, Adani Shahi, Mafawad, and Jubani coffees. You can also stop by to try their delicious pastries, such as the Yemeni favorite Sabaya, their sembusas, and their new menu item, Everything Mini Bites. There are currently 4 Qahwa House locations, with 2 of them coming soon as well to make it a total of 6. Their 4 locations is West Dearborn, East Dearborn, Williamsburg, New York, Lombard, Illinois, with 2 new locations coming in Canton, Michigan, and Petersburg, New Jersey. So no matter where you're at in the country, be sure to stop by a Qahwa House and get a glimpse of what the Yemeni culture is all about. That's why I said, like, we'll bring Nabil, we'll bring Sufi, people that are like within the circle.
We can do a charity event. We can all donate to.
No, we ain't gotta get that serious. I'm talking about
yeah, like the same, not as big as the one that you did.
Yeah.
I'm saying like a charity event.
Okay. We got a phone call. We got somebody calling, and I believe this is.
Ala Sufi.
We got. Hold on one second.
I think that's that.
All right, who do we got calling in right now?
You have Thabit.
Yo, what up, Thabit? Big shout out to my dog, Thabit.
Is that his first name or last name?
First name's Ahmed.
I have no idea.
Oh, it's Ahmed Thabit.
Ahmed Thabit?
Hey,
I don't think you guys know.
yes, listen. My dog, hey,
No.
Sayaf is the best hooper in that room. I put 1,000 on him today.
100%.
In that room? I mean, we can run it if you want.
100%.
We do that today.
Ahmed, you better lose a quick 1,000, my brother.
Yeah, we can run it if you want.
Hey,
Sayaf, what kind of player are you? What kind of player are you? Quickly, like if you were to give yourself an NBA comparison.
Playmaker.
Bradley Beal.
Nah.
Yeah, Bradley Beal.
Oh no, Kate Cunningham, 100%. 100%.
That's what the people call me, Cade.
Cade's like my cousin.
He calls himself Kate. My man is Michael Get Kilchrist. Okay?
Nobody knows that.
That's what he is. Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry, man. See, we didn't even listen
We're
to
having
him.
too much fun.
Yeah, he hung up, man.
He called him Michael Kidd.
Yeah, that's what he is right now.
If I was to say,
I think Bradley Beal.
Nah, Bradley Beal. I like his game, but I'd probably say, like, without the choking though, Jason Tatum.
No.
I'm
No.
serious though. Like on some real shit. Well, I really think.
Do you really call what he's done so far in the NBA choking? By the way,
No. They're just
Yeah.
what you call it?
I don't think so, man.
Game 7,
What is
game
this?
I mean, he was
7, him and
successful
Jalen
in
Brown
his
folded
rookie
in the
year.
fourth quarter.
I mean,
He was successful in his
Is this
rookie
his-
year. He played against LeBron in the conference finals, right?
Yeah.
His rookie year, yeah, man. So he already tasted what success
Yeah,
at,
what do
at a young age.
you really? I don't think it's his fault, guys. Like I know he kind of hid in that game 7 and against Miami, but
And game 6 too.
he hurt his ankle.
you know he
in the
twisted
last
his
first
ankle.
play.
That was
I mean,
you come on, guys.
Jimmy Butler hurt his ankle. He still came and balled out.
And he
Yeah.
didn't make no.
There's different levels of hurting your ankle, by the way. I
That's
just want to
true,
let you know.
That's
Right.
true.
There really are, and so it's like I don't know if that ever happened to you guys, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it hurts.
And then the game 7.
It really
against
affects
Philly,
you.
Sound
he
my
went off.
ankle a lot.
Yeah, well, it
hurts.
affects you. Like you can't land on it good, so you start,
Yeah.
favoring your left leg. You don't want to land on your right leg.
Like game 7, Jason Tatum went like 1 for 6, and then Jalen Brown was like 0 for 7.
yeah.
Yeah, that was Brown's worst game.
Jalen Brown sucks.
That was one game.
I hope
No,
he
he
comes.
sucked.
I hope he comes. to
One
Detroit.
game, the whole playoffs.
I hope he
was
comes to
quiet.
Detroit.
I hope he
too.
comes.
He's
to
been-
Detroit. He's a Muslim brother too. We got
Yeah.
we got people for him. We'll take care of
Well,
him.
He didn't show
What
up.
are we
man.
trading?
I was
Fifth
gonna
pick?
say he a Muslim brother. So
Yeah, he didn't show
we
up.
gonna
though,
make
man.
an excuse.
You know we gotta give up. You gotta give up a
70
good amount of
excuses
stuff
for
for.
your
What do you mean?
Brother,
Isn't he a
don't
free
forget.
agent? Isn't he going?
I think
He's
that's
about to be a
option.
free agent this year.
So
Yeah.
they gotta offer him a bag.
Who?
Yeah.
That's a super
Yeah,
max
Jalen Brown.
contract.
Oh no, trade him. I say trade him. Well, I say trade him.
So
give
what?
him
Who,
up.
Sign and
who are
trade?
we get? Who are we giving up for Jalen Brown?
I'd
That's
give up.
too
I
much
would give.
stuff.
I would give up.
Bojan and like a pick.
I mean, I give
No,
up.
no.
Listen,
They want more.
No,
than
because
Let's
that.
be real.
Yeah.
All right, we can give up at least 2 first rounders
Yeah.
this year and next year's, or 2 years from now.
They don't want to pick though.
Celtics want to win right now.
they
Yeah,
want
but
him
number
now.
5 pick is not bad. You know,
It's not. But the thing is, they can make a good trade for like a good player now.
They probably want Cade for Jalen. I
Yeah.
think they-
Never.
Hell,
We
no.
never,
Never.
I'm not
never
trading
traded Cade or Durant.
listen, Cade, Duran, and Ivy
Are untouchable.
are no trade
Ivy
clause.
sucks.
Ivy,
in my
Bro, what you mean?
Ivy is a disaster.
What?
He sucks.
He could
No.
get traded, but he don't
No.
suck. He gonna get better. He
I have a
gonna-
better shot
Bro,
than him.
he finished
His
top
shot
3 in the
sucks,
rookie voting,
bro.
rookie of the year voting.
Jalen
this year,
Ivy's
bro.
gonna be good, guys, man. I promise you,
I
man.
will
He's a
see.
dog.
We were just a
He
bad
had to
team.
do so
We were a
much
bad
stuff
team.
without Cade. Though.
Yeah, like he had to learn. We kind of just threw him in the wolves, and you could tell he got better towards the end of the year. But like he was,
Yeah, bro. He was
starting
good.
to turn up, man. He was starting to turn up. So like, and
Yeah,
I don't like
big
training
year.
pieces that young, anyways. Like we're still bad. It's not like Jalen Brown's gonna come make us into the Eastern Conference. You know, one of
I
the
don't know.
biggest.
He
contenders.
might. He might.
You know, it's
Not
gonna be
That's
good
a
good
solid
year.
squad with Jalen Brown on the Pistons. That team would be really
Listen.
good, especially with Jalen.
What's the
Duran
next
at the
question?
five.
All right, yeah, we could go out. We'll keep going up, talk about sports next for the next hour. All right, so here we go. Next one. Old school generation feels like they have more respect for the religion than the
sure.
new
100%.
school
Oh, yeah.
generation.
100%.
Thoughts? Go ahead. You said 100%.
If you go to the mosque
Why?
right now for Dhuhr, I promise you it's gonna be 90% old heads in there.
90%, 99%.
100%.
90% old heads.
I agree
in
with
there.
that.
Okay, let's not move away from the mosque because obviously the mosque is one that usually does have a lot more older generation people. How about just in general of everyday how you should carry yourself as an individual, as a Muslim, how you should interact with people, how you should social media and using it. So just that everyday interactions. Do you feel like the newer generation don't have, and like you don't have to compare them to the older generation now, but compare them to when we were younger. Do you think the newer generation don't have the same amount of respect than when the older generation was the same age as the new generation now? Or do you think it was the same? Do you think it's because of social media, more things are out there?
No, it's
100%.
definitely because like this, like as much as I hate to say this, but this is not our country. This is the Western side. You know, the Western side is not for Muslims, and we get easily influenced by like caffeine and like all these other people, and then. As terms of like the mosques and everything, the younger people are always working. So I wouldn't want to just say
True.
the mosques are empty because
True.
like there are no younger people there. But sometimes like I'm always at work. Like I would pray at work instead of going to the mosque. But it doesn't mean that I don't pray. You know what I mean? But it's also a lot better to pray at the mosque. And the older generation, like they weren't easily influenced by that. When you're in a Muslim country, you feel wrong to even do anything wrong. But when everything here is so normalized, like, it's just normal. So everybody kind of does it, and it gets easily influenced.
You mentioned praying, right? Do you think that the younger generation, like the people, they pray as much as they should be, or do you think that's something that they're lacking?
I think as of recently, it's getting better and better.
Oh, yeah.
People are realizing their religion. Death. There's a lot of stuff that wake up people.
Yeah.
So, and I think these days, alhamdulillah, like people our age, they're getting more religious and religious. So I think we're on a good track right now.
Yeah, well, it's all about like that we're all sinners. The best of us are those who repent. And praying is like a sign of Toba. You're stuck for in your prayer and everything. If you keep going, even if you just like missing 1 or 2 a day, I mean that's not fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's fine, but like any step towards like Islam to your religion is always great. You know what I mean?
100%.
The thing is, we just judge when somebody's not praying, and it makes them like not want to even be around them.
That's why I get mad, bro. Instead of judging, guide someone.
That goes back to
gossiping. It's not good.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a problem that the older generation does?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
gossip
Both
a lot.
both generations.
No, both generations, especially now. Like
Yeah.
now. It's a
No,
lot
but the
worse.
older is crazy.
Yeah, the
man.
older generation.
All they do is gossip and put people down, put the younger
Yeah.
generation down instead of guiding them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
they
true.
would do that.
They
I
don't
agree.
they don't guide them to like the right path or
Yeah.
tell them what to do to improve in something. They just put them down.
Yeah, that's true. Like Deen is supposed to be one step at a time. Like when Islam was brought down, it wasn't brought down like everything. Like here you go, that's it. Islam was step by step because back then they used to gamble, they used to drink, they used to do all of that stuff. And if you tell somebody, hey, that's it, your life changes today, you'd be like, yo, he'll be motivated just for a week or probably not even listen to you. So it's just one step at a time. You just give advice to somebody, and as they go, you just.
Give these young fellas a round of applause, Ramsey, man. You guys over here. It's important, man, because I'm gonna be honest with you. This is something that bothers me as a person that's a little older. Is that I see parents, kind of like just ripping into their kids when they do something wrong, or they'll start like calling them names
Instead
and,
of
like,
correcting them, they
instead-
do it the wrong
or
way.
teaching them.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of teaching, they're yelling, or they're just scolding, or they're getting straight to the point instead of like telling them why they did something wrong, or they just say you did this wrong, or, the famous Yemeni names will start.
The cussing.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's
But
like
that's our culture. I like our culture.
Yeah.
I like the Yemen
But religion
culture.
comes first, though.
But religion
Yeah.
does come first, yes. But I like our culture made us who we are, and it helps us with our culture
That's
helps
true.
us with our religion. A lot of people fear culture more than religion, which is wrong. But still, it kind of helps you get closer to your religion. Don't do that. Your parents will tell you, hey, don't do this.
Inshallah, one day when I have kids, instead of forcing them to like Islam, I'm gonna make them like love it by themselves. You know what I mean? Like forcing your kids into like doing something is, in this generation especially, they're not gonna want to do it.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
when
go
the
wrong.
disrespect comes and not discipline enough. So I think like making them love it first. Teach them about it, make them love it. I think that would be good, wallah. That would be better.
What are y'all thoughts, man? Zach, you wanna chime in?
Like you said, it's an influence. I feel like it's influenced by other people. And like you said, too, the generation is, I feel like, it's getting better, though, with that religion stuff and Islam and everything.
Yep.
Do all your friends pray, Zach?
At least.
5 times a day.
I mean, you don't know.
Assume the best in your Muslim brother. Assume the best in your Muslim brother. Just say yeah.
How about you, Yusuf? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, what
conversation?
Ayman said, I do feel like it's 100% getting better, day by day, just because, like you said, they get, like, for example, you said death, they get motivated by that and things like that. But also but going back to social media, I do feel like that's where people get judged a lot. And, that's when, the new generation feels like, they're not doing the right thing, or they'll stop doing the right thing. And, I think social media, we all can agree, that's like a big cause for many problems, especially throughout the years.
But go ahead. What you about to say?
I was gonna say social media is also good too, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have
Because
learned
it
so
all
much
depends on
about
what
the.
you watch.
I've learned so much about the religion. I'm not gonna lie to you, like
Online-
without
online.
following these Instagram accounts, that
Yeah.
are, Islamic
that's
accounts.
very-
I mean,
that's
that's one of the
That's
main
true.
things.
It's all about what you
Like,
want.
I ain't gonna lie, like those daily reminders, like you'll be like, oh, okay, like you pick up on that. Like, let's be real, like I'm not picking up a book and reading. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like nowadays, a lot of people are not doing that. We're on Instagram. You see those posts, you read, the hadiths and.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
You know?
alhamdulillah, like
Sorry,
on
brother.
social media, basically, like last year, I didn't pray at all. Ever since then, I've been, always scrolling through videos on TikTok and Instagram, and
TikTok
alhamdulillah,
helps, yeah.
guided me
Real shit.
5 times a day now. I never missed one prayer.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Give that a round of applause, Ramsey, man. That definitely deserves one right there. Shout out to Ramsey too.
That's good. That's good.
In the back. No, I agree. I mean, listen, social media is like, it's one of those things where you want to
control
use it, yeah, but you don't want it to take over your
Know
life.
yourself.
So like, be balanced with it. If you can control it, you can definitely use it for the positives. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally free advertisement. It's, back then the only way you got a word out literally was through a newspaper. There was no way you could get a word out or flyers. You put them on gas station windows and corner polls and stuff like that. But now it's like you have a business, post on social media, have people share it. Yeah.
So again, all my clientele, alhamdulillah, all on social media, just marketing yourself.
Yeah.
So there's good and bad to it.
Yeah, but for sure, obviously, there's the negative side to
The
it.
only
too.
negative side of it is I see like 9-year-olds with like Instagram, Snapchat, and
Yeah.
TikTok and everything. Yo, you guys are tripping. Like,
Yeah.
yo,
Getting
that's
too
good.
exposed too
Yeah,
early.
Like
Yeah.
15, 16.
That's the parents'
Like
fault.
even though that's
Yeah.
still a little bit
That's
early,
the
but
parents.
like you gotta try to adapt to this culture too.
Let me ask this question before I move on to the last, younger, older generation situation. How much, with everything we've talked about, do you blame parents, and how much do you blame the individual?
Half and
If there's a percentage,
75-20.
half and half.
60-40.
Because I know some kids that were raised by some good parents, but they're still
Yeah, I say-
disrespectful.
I
and
say-
they're-
75
Yeah,
what?
there's a
75,
75 parents.
Okay.
I say 0%. Like your parents, they do have like an impact and everything, but still, like everybody makes their own mistakes. Like I know we're all
Free will.
sinners, right? But our parents tell us not to sin. But you
I-
know,
I-
they tell us like, hey, don't do this.
I mean, that's when like we're young men now, but I'm talking about as like
Hey, as
you
younger
teach them.
ones, yeah.
I say it's half and half because
You
there's
teach them when they're
there's
kids.
a lot of kids with good parents,
Yeah.
but they still have a bad personality. But I know a lot of people that had some
Bad
messed up
parents,
parents, and they end up one of the best, being one of the best
Exactly.
people I know. You know,
I mean, yeah, it goes both ways.
I
So
love
yeah,
that
it might be
50-50. Yeah, it's
50-50.
50-50.
Same with them,
50-50? You said
100%.
60-40. Who you favoring?
60 like ourselves, like everyone else.
Okay, and 40 parents? I think the percentage change as you get older, right? I feel
Yeah.
like, when they're younger, it's definitely like 80-20. And like when you're still like 5, 6, 7 years old.
Yeah, that's
And then once you start reaching, teenage years and stuff, maybe it's 50. And then once you're 18 and 19, it's really all on you now. And 25 parents, maybe 75 the individual. And so definitely, I guess the age definitely matters. I was just wondering what y'all thoughts were on that situation. So the last one, we're going to talk about work. Old school generation feels like they are harder workers and less lazy than the newer generation.
1,000.
It can go
Alright.
both ways.
No,
Again,
1,000.
this one can go both ways.
I mean, I seen Ayman work 24 hours all
Yeah,
day.
but
But that's aiming.
yeah,
You
exactly.
can't,
That's
that's
But I know a lot of
figure-
young cats that are working 50, 60 hours a week trying to get by,
Yeah, 100%.
But at the same time, you had like our grandparents when they first came from Yemen, and like my dad's dad, he came from Yemen straight to Ford,
Yeah.
put it in work and all that,
I feel like, yeah,
straight to the.
until he made it, But
That's
it
what
goes
my-
for
that's
most.
what happened
That's
with
how
my
most
grandpa
families
too.
are.
You know,
Straight
like
from Yemen to Ford right away.
Yeah, like I
like
think first of all we
everywhere.
can't even compare ourselves to those guys. Like to me,
Yeah.
that's-
you know why?
that's a whole
Because
nother-
I feel like they had to, they had no other
Yeah.
choice. But now,
Because you're
like
coming
people
to a
are
new
having
country.
choices.
yeah, but a
you
lot
know,
of
they
us
just
don't have a choice too.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why you said 50-50, and it doesn't matter both ways.
Yeah, it goes both ways. You got a lot of young cats working very, very hard now. Some people even put in 70, 80 hours in a week. But again, at the same time, you got the older generation that came from overseas to a new country they've never been to before. And, they got to settle down. They got to make money, to survive and keep themselves on their feet.
So yeah, what were you saying?
You're what?
I'm starving. Would lie.
Oh.
I gotta grab some food. But
Okay, we about to go get good eats after this. You know what I'm saying?
We're going.
Definitely.
We're going to the Balkan House.
Yeah,
Shout out to the Balkan
we're
House.
definitely gonna run that ad after this. After we finish this question, but what are your thoughts on the younger generation being labeled as lazier?
no, I mean, I don't want to say they're lazier, but they're not as hardworking as they were before. Like before, you got to get it out the mud. You
Yeah,
have
you
no
have
choice.
to.
You know what I'm saying? Now everybody's like, I go to work when I want. I'll do
Yeah.
this.
This is how I would say it.
But it's school. It's school.
In my opinion, that's all social media.
Would you-
Social
would you say?
media.
I agree, man. Like,
Back then, people came with zero, right? But these days, you have a lot of young cats. So you have a lot of hard workers. But at the same time, you have half these kids. They're getting hand fed.
Spoon-fed.
You know what I'm saying? They
Spoon-fed.
got handouts. So it's different. I told you, it can go both ways.
Would you say school's hard work though?
school.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what is expected from the parents. You know what I'm saying? Like this is your job, quote unquote, is to go to school and to get good grades. Like that's a reflection of the worker you are in my eyes, because you're not required to maybe work. Every household is different, but majority of the household is the parents want their kids to go to school, get good grades. Work will come second. So it's like, that's what they're expecting you to take care of. And if you're walking around with D's and E's, to me that shows me that you're lazy. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even have to work. You just go to school.
I mean, there's a difference. I
Yeah.
mean, people can be school smart and then people can be.
Yeah, I agree. But I think the work ethic is the one that you
Yeah.
can definitely.
Even
judge.
with
I mean,
Street
there's people.
smart. You
There's
gotta be
people that love money more than going to school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's people that.
But there's some people that have no other choice but to go make money, and
Yeah, that's
gotta
true.
skip school because due to their current situation.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I just, I wonder if, going back to social media, right? Like, think about back then, like, we didn't have that many distractions. Like, I didn't get social media till kind of when I was in college, and so it's like, I'm being for real, wallah. Like, I didn't have no social media. I remember when I was just learning about.
Oh, damn.
Bro, I didn't get Instagram first of all till like 3 years ago. I didn't get Instagram till like 3 years
I
ago.
respect that though. Wallah,
Yeah.
I respect
Like it
that.
was when COVID hit. When COVID hit us, when we started to like do Zoom lives and laugh and have fun. But like Facebook, I didn't get it till I was in college. I was learning about. I was still new to it. I was like the first one, and then I didn't get Instagram and TikTok till it was COVID. But long story short, what I'm trying to tell you is throughout my life up until then, and then that's me, that's my generation. Imagine Mo Sufi, Nibi's generation. Like these guys had no distractions.
Yeah.
So like these distractions can make people lazy. Like look at your screen time, guys. Like I'm bad too. Like it's scary.
Let me go to my screen time.
Yeah,
let's
let's
all
all do
compare our
that.
screen
Yeah,
time.
like look at our screen time, guys.
Oh, this guy Ayman's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
too.
24
But my
hours
phone's
on
always
there.
ringing. My clients always calling me.
Yeah,
Shout out my clients.
Yeah. Every time we go eat on his
Hold on,
telephone.
All right, what you guys go first. Mine's gonna be bad.
Mine's gonna be
Screen
bad.
time, go to
too.
settings.
Settings
No,
and screen time.
Okay, but I be working on my phone, so we gonna have to make an exception.
Okay.
But my daily is like 6 hours, which is crazy.
What?
That's already a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
My daily is 6 hours and 33 minutes.
Oh,
Damn, I'm the one talking so much shit about 9 hours.
10 hours and 20 minutes.
9 hours.
that's
yes.
nuts.
Mine's 8.
8 hours.
That's crazy.
9. Look at that.
How
So
about you?
pretty much 6. So we got to average about 7. You can say about 7 hours, 7, 8.
hours.
I mean,
That's a
out of
shift.
24 hours, that's good.
Hell no.
That's a
No,
shift.
That's
That's good.
bad.
We pulling a shift.
That's a 9 to 5.
7 out of
7.
24, that's good, man. I ain't gonna lie, that's good.
Nigga, that's
Man,
1/3.
I
Yeah.
thought Ayman was at 15. I swear to
No.
God.
Bro,
I
My
thought
clients
Ayman was
keep
at
me up all day and night, man.
Yeah,
Shout out
so
to them.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like this definitely has something to do with laziness. Because if we're on our phones, we're obviously not doing something that's productive, or we might. I mean, you could get, like you said, clients and stuff. But overall, I think that has somewhat to do with it. So, any final comments about what it is we're about to do? Because now we're about to enter the questions games. Basically, it's questions that I came up with from the answers that I said. Because obviously, I didn't know what your answers were gonna be. So I hope y'all were listening to some of the things that I was saying. We got buzzers right next to us. We'll definitely fix you up, Sayaf, when we run this ad.
Alright.
So we're going to go ahead and run the Balkan House ad. We got the questions games, the 4 bars, and then the weekend motivation. I hope y'all ready to inspire everybody with y'all weekend motivation.
fire.
But go ahead, Ramsey. Go ahead and run that ad, and we're going to get it on Balkan House, by the way. Shout out to Balkan House.
Shout out.
Shout out.
The
Shout
Balkan
out. Y'all
House
check 'em
restaurant.
out.
The Balkan House restaurant
No.
is famous for their doner kebab sandwich. But did you know that the Balkan House now serves breakfast? Did you also know that all their food is 100% halal? The Balkan House now also have 2 food trucks. So you can book your next party or event with the Balkan House on wheels. Their Hamtramck location is 3028 Kniff Street, Hamtramck, Michigan. Their Ferndale location is 314 West 9 Mile Road, Ferndale, Michigan. Again, you can book their food trucks for your next party or event. So if you're looking for a nice place to eat with friendly service and great prices, look no further than the Balkan House restaurants.
All right, so basically going back to, I want to explain this so maybe you guys can have answers too for what you were just about to say, Sayaf. So this is how the questions games work, all right? So we do this every week on Saturdays. It's a way of making sure, the things that were being said was listened to and they can take it away with them. So it's questions that I ask, has to do with the answers or the stuff that I was saying throughout the show. So, it's like listening, because I don't know what these guys were going to say, and I come up with these questions right before the show, so I don't know their answers. So it's pretty much my answers. So it's not like it's like a wrong answer. It's just you have to kind of remember what I was saying on certain topics. And today's topic is about the older versus younger generation. And then we got the 4 bars / word of the day. We like to leave you with a new word that you maybe didn't know about. We give you the definition. You guys can kind of put it in a situation. I like to write bars. I don't know if y'all got bars or not. Ayman.
Hey, he can rap. Issa can rap.
Issa definitely
Hey,
like
you got a little motion. Come on, now.
Well, the word is vindicate. So if you want to get some bars ready for that word, the word is vindicate. And then we got weekend motivation. We ended with some motivation. I try to make this clip. You know how social media, the reels is not supposed to be longer than like a minute and 30. So it's 3 of y'all. So y'all can make it like a 30-second thing, quick to the point, with some weekend motivation, something that can inspire people out there. If y'all want to. I don't want to put you on a pressure situation if you don't want to. You know,
Sounds good.
something that you can inspire. All right, so let's go ahead with this questions game. All right, y'all ready? Buzzers. So we got Zach and Yusuf versus we got Issa, we got Sayaf, and then we also have Aymen right here. So we got 3 against 2, but it's okay. These guys are used to the game, so they have a slight advantage. All right. You guys gotta let me finish the question.
I already know.
Because that's how arguments come out. We had all these rules came from arguments. All right. Let me finish the question. You gotta hit the buzzer. If you're wrong, you get a minus point though.
I got you.
So like, don't hit the buzzer. You don't know the answer.
It's up there.
All right. So here it goes.
Put your hand down, bro.
Yeah. Let me finish the question. When it comes to work, the older generation think the younger generation is what? They got it.
Bro, you slow as hell.
I thought Issa was
The answer? You want me to answer?
No, I got it.
We can both answer or no?
Bro, one of y'all just hurry up and say it.
The older generation feel like the younger generation is more lazy.
Correct. 1-0 so far. Right?
Man.
What were you about to say?
Bro, keep your hand up.
All right, here we go. 1-0.
I'm more far from it. You okay?
Good, you
Keep
got
it
it.
right here, too.
All right. When it comes to sports, the older generation think the younger generation is what? It starts with the letter P. Okay, we're going with the
That was
replay.
Zach for sure,
That
man.
was dumb. That was
Come
dumb.
on,
Come on, man.
That was dumb. It was
That was
dumb.
easy
But
as
his
that,
hand is
bro.
literally right
Yeah,
here.
you're cheating. Let me
Everyone,
see
bro,
Zach's
look
hand.
at there.
My hand is right here.
Bro, give me that. Bro. Give me that.
All right, here we go. Let me see.
They already passed, man.
I already did. Okay, go ahead. What's
Keep your hand on it.
Nah,
Keep
I'm
your
gonna
hand
repeat
on
the
it,
question.
buddy.
Privileged?
Privilege is correct, Zach.
Thank
All
you,
right.
thank you.
We got 2-0 right now. We got 2-0. Here we go.
But hey, don't they got an advantage? They were here before us. They probably read through the
Yeah,
question.
No, they
probably
didn't.
already do the questions, man.
They don't
Stop.
got him. They don't got him. I promise you. They
Never
don't.
got 'em.
All right,
Yeah,
here we
true.
go. The older generation wants to see more of what from the younger generation? Respect for blank.
Oh,
We got it.
He got it.
you didn't
got
finish,
it.
bro.
Yes,
We got
You
it.
didn't finish.
Elders. Yes,
Elders
sir.
is correct.
Elders.
Go ahead, Ramsey. Give them a round of applause.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Respect for the elders. That's what it is. Very simple, but it's only 3 questions, guys. So I'm
So they won.
I ain't want to break the news to y'all after the second one. I was like, let me just get this last one. Hopefully they get it. You know.
I'm on their team.
Here.
There you go. All right. So Soupy Dex said mine is 11 hours. His screen time. Well, yeah, that's a lot.
Hey, shout out Ala Sufi, the man.
And he tells me my
Get
screen
better, bro.
time was
Allah you
long.
speak,
That's
man. He's
crazy.
really sick right now, wallah.
Hey,
All right.
bro, call him. Tell him to call this.
Yeah, if he wants to call in, he can call in. But
He's muddy.
you know, he's listening, so he probably just choosing not to. So here we go. 4-bar/word of the day. Like I said, it's a word that we wanted you guys to know. Leaving this show, you know, we try to educate people. And so the word today is vindicate, which means to show that someone is not guilty. It can also mean to show that someone or something that has been criticized or doubted is correct, true, or reasonable. And so I kind of seen that word. I was like, kind of makes sense with like the younger generation. I feel like the younger generation is criticized a lot. You know, people. You know, no offense. I think it goes both ways. As much as we like to joke around I joke around. I mean, I mess with these guys and I tell them like the younger generation is, man, I don't know what's wrong. It's our fault too. I think the middle, you know, we had our parents, and then there's like us, where I like to include myself in like the 30s and 40-year-old people, and then you got the 18 to 20-year-old people who are like the newer generation, and I feel like the middle people, we didn't really do a good job of being that middle, you know, that transition.
man.
You know what I'm saying? And so we got to do a better job. So we got to hold ourselves accountable too. So again, today's word is vindicate. Here we go. He said, I can't call. Wallah, I can barely talk. I'm very sick right now. Allah Shafiq.
Allah Shafiq,
Allah
man.
Shafiq, man. All right. So vindicate. Nobody got bars here, right? Or you do?
No, I don't got no bars on.
You sure?
Issa.
That phone, the way
Come on, I said let's do it
I
for
know
one
the way they
time.
hold the phone like that. That's somebody that got bars.
Nah,
Look
wallah,
it up, man.
Get on there,
Well,
bro.
I have no bars.
Bro,
Okay.
get on there, bro.
Say
Sorry.
I've got bars.
I-
Wallah, say I've got bars.
No, I retired. Yeah, I retired.
No, say I've got
Sam look
bars.
like he can have bars.
Wallah, he got bars.
Hey,
Wallah, he
nah,
does.
nah.
It's all right.
Nah.
I mean, listen, no pressure. Y'all don't want to do it. At least put the word in a situation so people can know what it means. You know what I mean?
Why do you guys?
I know
put
you
that
don't gotta be
away?
first. These
Oh,
guys are used to
I'll
it.
go.
So again, the word is vindicate, which means to show that someone is not guilty. It can also mean to show that someone or something that has been criticized or doubted is correct, true, or reasonable. So vindicate. All right, Yusuf, you said you had something?
I mean, yeah, I could say, especially this new generation is so vindicated that, you know, let's say if you're winning something, you know, people will still hate on you for something, you know. Like, for example, let's say you win a race in under a minute, they'll say, why don't you do under 30 seconds, you know, things like that. And, you know, I just feel like it goes back to the old generation because both generations love to compare with each other, like you said. And at the end of the day, I feel like this new generation, like I said before, they get the worst out of it. So.
All right. How about you, Zach? What you got?
What he said we got.
Yeah, this guy's Zach, man. That's what he said. What he said. What he said.
I
All
don't
right.
get it. Really.
Say after you got anything you want to add on to Vindicate?
You got a
what he
bar. You
said.
got a bar.
Anybody want to add on anything to Vindicate?
Go for it.
The old heads don't appreciate; they just vindicate.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, you like that?
I know you got a couple more, man.
Nah, I'm done.
That's it?
Yeah, sir.
All right, here we go. This is the bars. Can you give me the air horn, Ramsey? Run that air horn. Go ahead. There you go. You know, you gotta get it ready. Hey, this is some Dr. Seuss lines. All right, this is some ABCs. I ain't want to,
You're good. Do your thing.
last time I did Zach wrong. He ain't come onto the show for the next month, so I ain't want to do him like that anytime again. So, all right. So I know the older generation likes to vindicate, but I promise it doesn't come from a place of hate. We just want to see y'all do better. We want to see y'all be great. But no matter what we try to do, you control your own fate.
Okay.
So make sure you stick to your roots and keep Islam as your guide. Set life goals, but don't forget to enjoy the ride.
Yes, sir.
Vindicate, all right?
Yes, sir.
That is all I have. Keep it simple. Appreciate you guys. Before we close out the show, again, we're gonna go with the weekend motivation. So if you got, do y'all all got
that's
quotes
it
or
right
no? You and you.
Amen's a motivational talker.
Sayaf, do you have something for us? I just want to make sure because I'm gonna actually record this on my phone. Because this might be the clip that I pull out and post it on social media.
That's
So it's a lot closer and better
Go first.
for quality.
No,
we ain't gonna start yet. I'm still gonna run. I'm gonna give you like about 2 minutes because I'm gonna give a shout out to all of our sponsors one more time.
I got
But who wants to do it? I just want to make sure so I know who to record.
Amen wants to do it.
Amen?
We'll all do it. We'll all do it. Just go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just a simple quote, man. Like simple line that maybe somebody told you that you think can help people out there and post it on social media. So before we do weekend motivation, I want to give again a shout out to all of our sponsors: the Balkan House, Hanley International Academy, Qahwa House, BC Adhesives, and Juice Box and Hamtramck. We appreciate all of them. Be sure to follow us on all of our social medias. We go live. So we have 3 shows. This is the Movement Podcast, more focused on the youth. We have Motivate Me 313, which is like a lot more with the what's going on in the community. And then we have our sports show, The Fantasy Guys, which I know you guys would love to come on. We'd love to get y'all on. Where we just strictly talk sports. We talk smack, we talk sports. So this is the movement.
You guys play fantasy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Zero rings.
He had the worst record last year.
We've been
He-
no, I
where were
did
you?
it. No,
3 and 1?
We've been playing with Mohammed Sofi and Nabil Abdullah for
Okay.
5 years now.
By the
I've
way,
been in the championship 4 out of 5 years.
No way.
I'm a
Yeah.
Muhammad won it.
Nice.
I'm a Muhammad won it last year.
Yeah, but I've been in the championship every single
he?
year except this year.
No.
And the first year.
Hey.
So 4 years
Oh.
I've been in the championship.
He had the worst record. The worst record.
My team was hurt this year, bro. My team was hurt, bro. Hopkins did me dirty.
I told you shouldn't have drafted him.
who
He was
else?
suspended 6 games.
Right.
Who else? I had who was my receiver?
You had Devontae Adams.
I had Devontae Adams.
He didn't-
Darren Waller did me dirty.
Adam ain't played.
Ballers.
Who's your quarterback? Your quarterbacks did you dirty.
My quarterbacks did
And
me.
Ryan-
I was picking
you
up
have?
like free agent like Derek Carr, Joe Burrow every other week.
I dropped Derek
Oh,
Carr.
Joe Burrow
Bro,
is good,
bro,
man.
you got to keep him.
Yeah, Joe Burrow is solid. But before we do, we're going to end up talking about sports. I'm telling you, we're going to end up, this always happens. Subscribe to our channels, YouTube Oz Media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok Oz Media. You can listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. And, be sure to follow us. Like I said, Saturdays, we go live at 12 o'clock every Saturday. And with that said, weekend motivation, is, again, something you guys want to take away for the community, for anybody to listen to and watch. And hopefully you can maybe inspire. You know what I'm saying? So any advice you might have, it has maybe nothing to do with the older, our topic today. We want to start off with you? All right. Hold on one
I
second.
was going to say, don't wait for the opportunity. Create it. That's all I have.
I like that, man. I like that.
If you don't expect disappointed, you'll be disappointed.
Okay.
All right, this is a verse from the Quran. We're all sinners, but the best of us are those who repent. So don't ever forget to do tawbah. Allah accepts everything.
Yes, sir.
And give him a round of applause, man. Give him a round of applause. Hey, but in all seriousness, fellas, I know we joked around and stuff, but wallah, I really do appreciate you guys coming here.
course,
I'm
anytime.
not gonna lie to you.
It's fun, man.
The new generation, the older generation, going back to the kind of like the topic, is they want you guys to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like they say this all the time. I hear this all the time from people. Like, how can we get these, the new kids to talk? Like, bring them in and have conversations that are serious topics. I mean, I know we kind of laugh and joke, but there are some serious ones that are happening in the community that need to be discussed. And they want your insight, guys, and they want your input, and they want you guys to share what you guys have to say, because it's really what we are doing. If we're not doing it for you guys, then whoever is in my generation and older, we got life twisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really should be for the future. Once you're settled in and you're set and your life is all straight, everything that you should be doing now should be for the people that are younger generation, the youth. So don't be afraid to come on here. Not just this show, I'm talking about in general. Like, come and talk, man. Share y'all thoughts. It's very important. If there's anybody that doesn't view your guys' thoughts as important, then that should tell you about what it is, their views and their morals in life, because you're the future. You guys are the future. This is why I really do enjoy this show. This is why I like having this. Inshallah, we can do this many more times. If y'all got friends that can come on here and they want to share their thoughts on certain situations,
100%.
we want to do that, man. So I appreciate y'all, man, for real.
Sir.
100%.
Of course.
And don't forget, we still gotta set up the basketball game.
Yeah.
Their uncle's talking crazy.
Stop ducking me.
We
Well-
can get busy anytime, anywhere. Y'all let us know.
All right. Well, we're going to have to make that happen. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This was season 2, episode 36 of The Movement.
The movement.
The movement.
The movement.
We are hoping that you enjoy it. Of course, for those that don't watch it live, it'll be right there posted as soon as we end this show. And then don't forget Apple and Spotify podcasts if you want to just listen to it. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you all